Sharp has a really good one.
Oh, I got hit with some ads.
I hate when I get really mad. You're reading about like 70K.
With alternation, the highest accuracy and one of the full combos from Australia, and that's going to be the only comment in this pick. And the United States are going to their first pick here to start off this round of 32 weekend 1-0.
USA swap
60 and 71 and 79. Wow, that accuracy. Alternation also with the 139, but the one
Nice.
Yeah, USA
very good score is just being. I think those misses from Flippy really being the deal breaker, but
usually USA
ridiculous scores all around.
Bro,
Yeah, the one thing I was really
if they had Moses
is that
here.
it was the United
Yeah.
States first pick, so
I don't
did
think
their best
you
to
have
try and stay within
anything
lockstep, so really can't get too down on themselves. Would not be surprised if they
Bro,
dive down
Bro,
into that
like,
lower
W
half
keep
of
it
the battle, and we just see them just shotgun that SV1 pick. Yeah, I cannot imagine anything but fire starters.
Bro, man players 8 starters.
I mean, especially given
Maybe some nice
the
stuff.
qualifiers are being. It has to be fire starter or it has to be 1-1 coming up here from Australia. I don't think anything else will come out. Yeah, gonna opt to be. We're gonna see a
They're all
LN versus
okay.
Rice matchup that we always love.
I'm sure
These matches one team gonna exist on that lower half of the pool, one gonna exist on that upper half, and they're just gonna duke it out on their top
if you haven't heard it before.
And I mean, it might come down to those hybrids where those breakpoints might be found.
Yeah, potentially, but you know, if both of these teams decide to stick with the same strategy for this whole match, you know, there's 8 picks total, four on each side. Australia could just use the one as we picked and then all 3 long enough, and the United States is just sticking right the whole time. We could see both of the hybrids completely ignored.
That is very true. And I mean, right on cue, it's gonna be fire starters, probably just deliberating whether or not they actually wanted to go for it first, but there was no world in which Australia wasn't going to pick this. Based on their roster this year, where we already see some substitutions coming out. Potassium F and Maid Gun coming in for Australia to back up alternations here.
Yeah, and on the United States side, we're seeing Tristan Jacob come in and
I think I know
place up bitter. Both Dev and A-Sharp looking like they're staying in for the time being, but it looks like Dev is going to be swapped out for who I guess would be Sun Apple in this case, taking that SV slot for this, and there they are. Sun Apple coming in for the position, trying to give them a chance to take this SV pick despite, you know, potential advantage that Australia has on this. But we're gonna have to see how these players, you know, put the practice in for this map, and you know whether Australia is going to be able to take that momentum a little bit back from the United States and bring it 1-1.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you that are not aware, Potassium F is a very revered flashlight player that is not a visual bug on your screen.
I can't believe Potassium plays SVs with flashlight. Who in their right mind would do that?
Potassium apparently, and they are very good at it. As we make our way into this SV pick, it's going to be Australia's first pick in this round of 32. We can see if the United States can potentially take a break point, or if we get notched up 1-1 here.
Yeah, looks like A-Sharp and Tristan Jacob are able to keep their accuracy pretty good in this opening. Sun Apple finding a little bit of an accuracy drop. Alternation on the other side also finding a little bit of a lower accuracy than the other 2 players on their team, but much less of a drop than Sun Apple. But we did see Madebot drop a 200 there. That's going to help give the United States an opening to take some of that accuracy advantage.
Yeah, it's really just going to come down to the consistency amongst all 6 of these players. The accuracies are going to start evening out just a little bit as this map progresses. A bit of a longer format, 3 minutes.
Hey,
so
what's starting
that need to keep you busy. You cannot afford to take your foot off the gas for even a moment here.
It looks like Sun Apple is able to recover their accuracy just a little bit.
This is so close.
Up 200, but on pace with Madebot is help the United States keep this accuracy advantage, especially with A-Sharp's advantage over alternation. Potassium and Tristan Jacob matching each other right now. The United States just got a very slight accuracy lead going into the second half here with the second section with the more spaced apart SVs.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is normally a section where we see ghost tapping come out. We see some players implementing that to keep themselves on rhythm to good effect. And it's just these very random looking 200s coming out from players left and right that's really swinging this leaderboard. But right now it is the United States edging out ever so slightly as we make it into this last third of the map.
Yeah, we're seeing Maba not being treated too kindly to that section, dropping a little bit more accuracy as well. That red bar increasing ever so slightly as those accuracy drops are coming. But we still have one more section in this final third, which I think is the hardest to keep good accuracy on, just because of the visual gimmicks that are important throughout this final
Yeah,
third.
they have like 99.80.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing a lot of cross-map battles here. Tristan Jacob going against Potassium, A-Sharp against Alternation, and Mason going against Sun Apple. And right now it is the U.S. counterparts winning those battles ever so slightly. There is no margin for error right now as we make it into the last eighth of the map.
That red bar is a little smaller than it was before. It looks like we're starting to see a little bit of accuracy drop on the United States side. Sunapple getting below 9.5, but still outpacing Maybot with a couple more 200 drops on their side. But then there's Sunapple from Sunapple.
Oh no, not. You got this, Sun Apple.
Ending, I don't know
Got
if
this,
there is,
Sun
but
Apple.
so
Don't
close.
drop the, don't miss
Oh
it.
my goodness, it is up to Tristan and A-Sharp to hold the board down.
Yes, let's go. Just
Oh my
barely.
goodness.
Oh my gosh, 200.
80 points. It's barely that
1,000 points
What
off.
just happened?
That is, oh my goodness, that is way too close for comfort, but the United States manages to pull it out by the tiniest of margins. If the song was even like 10 seconds longer, you could imagine Australia would have tied this up 1-1, but it is not to be. The United States goes up 2-0 now.
Bro, United States is not good at
Like
it.
triple coming from the side of Australia, but those 200 counts just a little bit too high to take that from the United States. Sun Apple.
Did you
watch
watch
late enough that that combo would drop? It was not in a position where it would give full score loss. And it just happened to be just in time to keep that point for themselves. What an insane happening there.
Yeah, if any of the Australian players get one less 200, that lead flips over right at the very end. But it's going to be up to the United States to try and capitalize off this breakpoint. Would not be surprised to see it go back up into that right side of the pool. I know Sun Apple is
Black Law has to come out. That's like, they started with Cutter. They're going to go on to the next tech pick. This is absolutely the right pick from the United States.
Alright, I gotta play this one
All
quick. I
things
don't
going
know what
according
it
to
is.
plan,
It's
probably,
6 seconds. Okay, that's fine.
a little bit more relieved now that they managed to take that break point, but definitely don't want to take their foot off the gas. As we see some more substitutions come in, the SV lineups are going to make their departure here, and the more rice-oriented lineups going to come back in. We see Ruka and Maython's going to be staying in for right now.
Bro, I wonder what
And on the
their
United States side, we see Devin Grip Warrior, and I think A-Sharp has to be the third player in this case. I think A-Sharp's accuracy is way too good to not have that in on something like Black Hawk Finale.
They are asking for Bitter to get an invite into the...
Mitter might be a little bit, on that accuracy side with the broken jump string. That's
Oh, I
interesting to see,
kept playing this
honestly.
earlier.
Yeah, when the players are this close to each other,
Oh,
it really
thanks,
just comes
Miles.
out to comfort. But that Mitter in that first map did say that they got a lag spike, which was attributed to this miss. So might be a little risky. I want to go for someone like A-Sharp to maybe substitute on this pick.
Alright, look like Mitter's back online, looking to get that invite back to the lobby so that we can get going with pick number 3 here.
Yeah, it looks like there
I
are
have a feeling it's
any
gonna
more
be
substitutions coming up on the
5-2.
side of Australia. It is going to be
Or 5-3.
Vodka and Alternation staying in to contest this pick to try and get back that break point and keep themselves in this match. Don't want to go down 3-0 to kick off your tournament run. But I mean, sometimes that is the case. But we'll see what happens here. Mitter back in the lobby, so we should be getting into this third map of this best of 9 relatively soon.
My guess is 5-1, to be honest. I think US is just too strong.
Getting into map number 3 of a possible 9 here on the United States second.
I don't know, like,
trying
any
to
of these
continue this
people.
momentum, potentially bring it to a
The only one that
3-0
sounds
state.
familiar is Dev.
Dev?
Dab. Alrighty, looks like everybody managed to load in successfully. That's how these players do.
Seeing solid X coming out of the entire United States team, all the 99.9.
Bro, I found the
All of
keyboard
Australia above the 99.7 rank as well, just not quite having that accuracy advantage that the United States is pulling through these first few combos.
Yeah, so they're really short maps, so misses and even 200 counts in matchups like this are at an absolute premium. Do not want to spot any unnecessary judgments under 300 as the map progresses. And as we get into the second third of the map, we're going to see the US start to pull away just a little bit here, just based on the raw team accuracy alone. 99.9 for all three of their players, as Australia seems to have settled down a little bit into that 99.7 range. Alternation trying to do their best to contest anybody on that US roster right now.
Yeah, but Alternation having a pretty major issue with one of those bursts they're dropping in the 99.3s that I'm going to do well, especially with how consistent the United States roster is right now. A miss coming out from Made5, and that is just going to extend that lead even further. This map is not very long, and it's almost looking like it's over, and with a second miss from the side of Australia, there would have to be a collapse on the United States side to give this away.
Yeah, but with the consistency this United States roster has shown so far in this match, a couple of hiccups here and there, but it looks like they are free of that as the entirety of Australia has lost their full combos, alternation being the latest one to go down. And as this map reaches its last game, it looks like the writing is
United States just full comboing.
3-0 advantage to kick this match off, and what a team!
Wow.
Hard.
What is that accuracy?
There.
You said I have to play it. He wants to see
That was just domination.
They're the 11th seed and they're pulling off stuff like this. 3 double digit
Wow.
double S's.
I knew that this team was good at right. I knew that they had the opportunity to be good with the accuracy on the right side. But I think I'm pretty sure. So in the match,
Mario's accuracy was better
on a team that's insane at this game.
Yeah.
Lopez missed on that,
He
right?
had 19 perfects.
And so I think that actually
Like,
does
I don't
beat
know
the
how
run
many-
that the Brazilian team had, which is pretty crazy just to think about.
That.
What is that?
But he had like a 99.
Yeah, definitely do not underestimate this team. They're showing no signs of stopping, no signs of nerves so far in this match. As they go 3-0 with Australia up to pick next, and you would imagine we're going to see an LN pick of some sort come out here.
I think Xavier has to come out here from Australia. That seems like the next best pick coming into a United States match. It just is like, go for the one that's most uncomfortable in terms of, Rice heavy players, and that is Xavier. I could see Feel My Rhythm coming out as well, but Xavier I think has been more popular among, the long no teams here. But Feel My Rhythm actually does come out. We're gonna get treated to some nice K-pop here.
Yeah, one of the nicest songs in this pool, in my opinion. Definitely a bit of a coordination test.
In my commentary.
It's more likely than you think.
Oh, we're throwing in some K-pop.
So Apple coming in, unsurprising to see that. I expect Grim40 to also say it's really about that third player for the United States that I would be worried about looking for. We see alternation Ruka and Made5 not quite switching out at this point, and I think that might be a solid starting team for this map here, looking to take their first playing at the United States.
Yeah, there was a lineup here to do it. This one is
Bro,
it.
yes, perfect.
We talked about the Rice accuracy. This is giving the first real test for this LN-based lineup from the United States. Apple, Bitter, and Grip Grip Warrior. I mean, I feel like we can. They should be able to handle this. It's really going to be whether or not Sun Apple Emitter can provide the supporting accuracies. But it looks like the players are ready.
Well, I'm gonna say I have full confidence in Sun Apple to be able to match up. I'm worried about the third player, which is Emitter. I want to see what they are capable of doing, and I think it's up to them whether they're able to fend off the attacks from Australia here.
It remains to be seen. We are loaded into this fourth one of this best of 9. Australia is still looking to try and notch their first point on the board. The United States trying to.
Oh, this is an LM map.
Match point situation. It's going to be feel my rhythm. Let's see if they can feel it as they progress through this LM pick.
Simple LNs at this starting point. No major accuracy drops up to this point, but we're gonna have to wait until we hit one of the choruses before we really see what to expect out of these two teams in terms of overall LN accuracy.
Yeah, right now that's the closest it's been so far in this match. 99.83, the lowest accuracy in this lobby, and it's oh my goodness, this is really close so far as we make our way into the second quarter of the map.
Yeah, but we still haven't hit the hard part of this now, so we're still waiting for things to really get going. Here we go with the first chorus as things get a little bit denser, a little bit harder to read through. It looks like accuracy is staying pretty strong on everyone's front. Maybe by dropping a little bit of accuracy below the 99.7s now. The only player to drop any significant accuracy. Sun Apple still holding just above the 99.8, beating two of the other Australian players. Ruka doing their best to hold their own against Grip Warrior, who has this 99.92 accuracy.
Dominant performances all around. Players trading back and forth.
I know, he's holding a 99.91.
Still within the grasp of Australia to try and take this if the United States find themselves slipping up in this back half of the map. And these structures get a lot more
We're halfway, we're over halfway, and he's still over 99.9.
I know. The issue right now is that Maybot low accuracy at the 99.6. I'm calling 99.6 low accuracy. I can't believe it.
That's just a standard. That's a standard. These players
This is C22 versus 11, and we're calling 99.6 low accuracy.
Because I don't think there's any
the world we're in right now.
It is the world of the Mania World Cup, and right now all these players have come to play so far. Last quarter of the map still to go. 6 FCs still on the board. It is just the pure accuracy for the United States pulling them through right now. As we get into a little bit of a break, take stock of the situation, and it looks like the United States, like I said, the overall accuracy just pulling them ahead right now, but it's still in catching distance. If they find themselves slipping up here, Australia's still not out of it yet.
You know, we're looking for something. This final course gets a little bit more awkward and dense than the first two, so there's definitely still opportunity for chokes to happen. But we're going to have to see them pretty soon. We might end up seeing a similar situation that we saw in
How are they doing that?
where Sun Apple ended up missing right at the end. But not
Like 4.34?
enough to give Australia a chance.
That's crazy.
And we're seeing more accuracy drops from the Australian side than from the United States. And we're looking closer and closer like we're going to see a fourth point in the United States' favor. And this is looking like we're getting
Wow.
a sweep, which I honestly did not expect.
Absolutely.
Everyone full comboing.
What is that? Excuse me?
Why did he?
When it comes to it, the captain needs to step up, and that is a captain stepping up.
That is a captain stepping up, not to mention.
Bro, Grip Warrior is just like out of this world right now.
Almost 994 from Sun Apple. Almost 993 from Bitter.
Might as
I
well.
mean, I should probably
Very hard
say,
to
I
line
did not
up.
expect the LN team for the United States.
Same with Ruka. Ruka's like
anything worth noting.
Yeah, Ruka did.
dominating on the Australia side.
Yeah, definitely very formidable. Not to discount the Australians, who had an incredible team score of their
I said
own.
5-1. I think it might be 5-1.
Instant on their first attempt in the
Australia's gonna win this next one. I'm calling it.
Situations where it is match point on your opponent's point or opponent's pick. So it is the United States picking the litter of the map pool to try and round things out, and Australia needs to do their best to defend.
It looks like they're going for guy runs, getting the consistency here, looking to just push that accuracy advantage. And I can't say that this is not what I would have gone for in this scenario. You know, you have such great players who are able to keep accuracy. LS Dev coming back in for Sun Apple. Grip Warrior being switched out yet again for A Sharp. And honestly, given their kind of performance, there's nothing I can say about, you know, doubting this roster for the United States. This is going to be, I'm expecting an insane accuracy score from the United States.
Yeah, for sure. But that being said, longer form maps definitely do test the consistency. And if you are fresh into these pressure situations, you have that match point scenario ahead of you. Maybe the nerves start to creep in just a little bit here. Make you start to doubt and maybe overthink some patterns that you might find rudimentary in practice become all that much harder in the real tournament setting.
Yeah, we're seeing Ruka and Alternation and Madebot staying in for the Australian side, looking to just find some way in the United States team as we get that start command, the potential final pick as the United States is on that match point with their own pick, and you have to expect that the United States is picking this as their third. They're pretty confident.
Yeah, absolutely. The players are loaded in. We see Mirror coming up from Madebot, probably prefers to play all these stamina draining patterns on the offhand. Hopefully not a bit of mind block coming in to start this map off. Interesting to see how they do here.
Alright.
Here we go.
Yeah, I think Australia's going to win this one.
From Dev on the United States side, but a few more accuracy drops on the side of Australia in these opening patterns. I saw the double 100% from Mitter and A Sharp for about 150 notes on each side, but we're getting into more constant jump and both of them are at 99.9.
Look at Mitter! Look at Mitter!
Going at it against each other. Really,
Oh my...
Australia isn't even a blip on their radar right now. It's really
How are they both holding...
trying to compete as to who can get the higher
That...
accuracy, and right
That's
now,
crazy.
Their accuracy is
I mean, we have Australia on the other side, but really the accuracies from Madebot and Ruka falling a little bit short as we see the 399.9s once again.
A little bit short.
I'm calling 99.7.
This just, like,
You can 99.99.
these are such great scores from Australia already. We're only a quarter of the way.
There's
through.
no
The
way.
accuracies are incredible all around.
Bro,
But this
Mitter's
is another
going
case where I'm like thinking about Brazil, where like they were keeping some, I think, better accuracy overall. But how do you compete against this kind of rice and consistency accuracy?
They all have 99.
I don't know what you do.
You just do your best and try and hope for a miss from your opponent. Really, the ball is not in your court. You're just hanging on for dear life. And as we make it into the second third
Wow.
of the map, we see the accuracy start to stabilize just a little bit.
Isn't that crazy?
Dev was at low 99.9s.
And they're
Their accuracy
using
back
too.
to 99.95.
So-
They're both holding 99.98s. And Dev is holding a 99.95. How do you even compete against this?
Holding at 99.8 as
They
well.
just-
Very, very good.
Too.
And Madebot holding
Even
the
if I
pace at
didn't-
99.7, but it's just not enough unless we see some breaks coming out from the United States.
Yeah, and I think we're in that territory where even a break
Yeah, that's
wouldn't
actually
swing
going
things
up.
back immediately for the Australians. They'd be able to make a dent in the lead, but it wouldn't go over so easily as you make our way into the back half of the map, and it is just more of the same story. Mitter and A Sharp putting on an absolute clinic
Yeah, I
in
called it
consistency
5-0.
for the United States.
Yeah, that was going to be my second guess. 5-0 from United States, but like...
To the accuracies as best as they can. A bit of a break now to try and take stock of the situation, and oh my goodness, this is a long road ahead. The longest minute and a half.
Yeah, it's 5-0. It's 5-0, I'm calling it.
This match.
I might
The longest 1.5 potential for Australia if you're trying to bring it back with the start of the broken jump stream before we get into the final extended stream, but they're going to have to start picking up their accuracy, or actually, I think picking up their accuracy doesn't matter right now. They need to hope that the United States drops in this last bit, or I don't think they had a chance to take this point before getting swept.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, this is an incredible team run from the Australians. It's just the unfortunate fact that they had to run up against a brick wall in the United States, and especially on these rice picks, they have come to play. They have thrown down the gauntlet. Everybody that was probably casting them aside as, oh, okay, it's not the same lineups we've seen in the past couple of years. No, they're still here. They just brought 5 new players that are all able of doing stuff like this.
Yeah, I know. Look at their accuracy consistent. They're all 99.96. I didn't even notice that.
They're all in a group call, probably on Discord, just like talking calmly about everything that's going on. They're probably planning what they're going to do after this. I mean, the map's winding down. Mitter has pulled ahead by point.
Wow.
Dev coming up to meet him, and the United States take it 5. Oh my god.
That team scored 2.996. 2.996. What?
I feel so bad for Australia. Like, the United States just absolutely just did so good. It's insane.
I'm sorry?
What? This is your 11th seed?
Oh.
What was that? That is a statement win from the United States. That's what it is, Toph. Congratulations to them for moving on to the round of 16 in the winner's side. Australia not out of the tournament yet. They will be dropping down into that lower bracket where they look to try and make the run. But oh my goodness.
United States winning a match, moving on in the winner's bracket to face Singapore next weekend. That's a tough opponent as well, but I think Singapore is going to be scared. Seeing those scores that were just put up by the United States in that match. And we saw a little bit of everyone in that match too, so the United States has that flexibility with their roster. Interesting to see Australia putting up, honestly, as a 22 seed, those are incredible scores. Yeah, I would be scared for
these mozzarella sticks.
who has to face them next weekend in the losers bracket. I'm very excited for both the United States versus Singapore and Poland, Australia. That's going to be such an incredible set of matches for the round of 16. But that will finish off this, one match block that we had for the World Cup before we have a nice 6-hour break for Korea versus Taiwan.
In 6 hours. You want to stay up?
We have plenty of matches for you guys to enjoy. But with that being said, Toph, it goes without saying.
Before you say anything, I do want to mention, you see all 8 of those matches. They're all in the same block tomorrow, starting in 6 hours at 9 UTC. So that's definitely not going to be something you want to miss, because we'll see a train of matches starting from there. But go on with what you were going to say, Sparky.
I was just going to say, I mean, Toph, it's without question that we're both supporting the United States. How can we show our support for teams like the United States?
I was just thinking about that, and I think I have the perfect
Brazil versus Norway,
and
5.
that is those
like
team banners that you can purchase at the Osu store. You can
then the best match,
whatever
was
team
they
you
paid
want to support
was
and have a banner with that country's flag on your profile to support the World Cup 2022. I would love to have a USA banner, or maybe I would love to have a Brazil or a Philippines banner. I can do whatever I want, and this will go to the prize pool, supporting the players, supporting the tournament, supporting the staff, and letting us do this. But if we wanted to support the players more than just by buying a banner, could we do anything about that, Sparky?
You absolutely can. We now have the Open Collective, a website where we can donate even more. If you want to give more than just the $250 for the banner, you can definitely do that now by going to the Open Collective.
That was incredible.
To the prize pool that goes to the players for this edition of the 4-Key Mania World Cup. So, however you
Can't believe that was the first comment. Yeah, let's play Robeats community server.
I appreciate it, and it'll allow us to bring you guys more amazing tournaments like this one.
Absolutely.
I'm about to be as good as the United States.
Signing off. We have another long break. It was about 6 hours before South Korea versus Taiwan. Get your food, get your rest, get whatever you need, and we will see you
Must be
6
good as
hours
Brazil.
for the
Yeah.
final block of matches before we get into our preparation for round of 16. We hope to see you guys there.
Together.